My entitled manager made my life hell, so I took her down with one click. I work as a light technician in the theater of a vacation resort, like Club Med. For those who have worked in this kind of workplace, you know how messed up HR can be. But I like my job. I'm a passionate light technician with a lot of responsibilities in the theater. I've even programmed all my shows to be automated. I can launch the entire show, including lights, sound, and video on the big screen, all synchronized, with just one press of a button. It took me so many nights to set it up. But my manager, 30F? She's a nightmare. A dragon. She's in charge of all the events and the entire animation team. She used to be a choreographer, and she loves to shine at the expense of our team. She terrorized every employee she worked with, including me. She screams, she yells, she harasses people, and she harassed me. But she never got into trouble because she knew exactly whose ass to kiss among the other managers. I worked with her for 2 years. At first, she already scared me, but I tried to trust her because she seemed confident. Then I figured out she was hopeless. She harassed a new female employee just because the girl touched her boyfriend's arm. Her boyfriend was the newbie's manager. The newbie came to me, and we went to HR, but, as I said, you can't get justice in these kinds of shitty workplaces. Later, the dragon found out about our visit and confronted me. We had a clash. I told her I found it unfair that, in 2 years of loyal service, she never reported any of my extra hours, plus 4 hours per day. Turns out, managers get a bonus if their teams don't log too many extra hours. Classic shitty workplace mentality. As usual, she tried to scream and intimidate me, but I stood my ground. I told her she couldn't run things without me because I was the only light technician there. And if you don't have lights in a beach resort, you're screwed. So, guess what she did? She fired me. Yep. She preferred to get rid of an essential team member rather than take responsibility for her selfish behavior. She hired a new technician who had about 10% of my knowledge. Then she even asked me to train him during my last week. Of course, I didn't. I ignored him for my final week. During that week, I had time to think about revenge. I mentioned before how I managed the technical side of the shows. Everything was automated. One button, and everything rolled out perfectly. I considered just deleting all my programming and letting the new guy struggle for the rest of the season, but no. It was her I wanted to humiliate, when she was at the peak of her spotlight moment. So, before leaving the resort and returning to my country, I made a little adjustment to one of the show's videos. See, all the videos play on a large screen at the back of the stage. I had edited them all myself. The show in question? Aladdin. Now, picture this, the final scene. Every dancer is on stage, bright and happy. My manager, of course, is in the center, playing Princess Jasmine, so colorful in her costume. The climax is intense. On the big screen behind them, a beautiful starry desert night is displayed. And then, boom. I replaced it with a video of a guy throwing up directly into the camera. For 10 whole seconds. I wasn't there to witness it, but my former coworkers told me what happened. The audience screamed in horror, parents covered their children's eyes, and the dancers ran off stage. The dragon got into a lot of trouble, and she couldn't blame me. I was no longer part of the team. And technically, that video wasn't company property, so, she had to take full responsibility for the incident.